Hey guys, and welcome back to 15 in 15. Today is all about building your tribe, and I'm Calvin Coyles with Amplify Business Coaching. Welcome to the program. Let's jump straight into this. This is going to be a really exciting day, and this is one of the big additions that we put into the program in 2017 that we're getting some fantastic results with. So let's have a look at this right off the bat. Overview of what we're going to cover today. Talk about building your tribe. We're going to do a little bit of a review on Dream Customer, outline your 25/5 plans, looking at your live stream schedule, creating your Facebook groups, pin posts, and then growing your tribe. Let's have a look. So, real quick review. You guys have already covered this multiple times now, but we want to make sure we have a Dream Customer. And the tribe is our way of creating a platform where they can interact, to connect, to engage, work together, and of course, enroll in our programs and services. So once you've got your Dream Customer down pat, we then want to move into our 25/5 plan. So let me go through this. This is a way of being able to structure your content marketing to ensure that, number one, you are relevant and engaging, and number two, that you're adding tremendous value. I always say that marketing is two things: positioning and value creation. Positioning is understanding who your dream customer is, really understanding them. That means that you're positioned to really appeal to that one customer. Then when you know who they are, you're positioned well, then it's then about being able to target that customer with great quality content so you're adding value, hence positioning and value creation. How we're going to find out what to talk about is the big question that most people have, and that's why I designed the 25/5 structure. So, first and foremost, we start with their 5 big dreams. What are 5 things that your dream customer dreams of achieving or accomplishing or having in their life? Then we move to fears. What are 5 big fears they have about their life? What are 5 big short-term goals, i.e. within the next 12 months? And what are 5 big current frustrations? This gives you a really good understanding of pain and pleasure and what's driving human behavior for this person. And then finally, what are 5 people, or who are 5 people that they follow online, their interests in general, or their passions? And this creates 25 answers in total: 5 dreams, fears, goals, frustrations, and interest, passions / people that they follow. When you map all of this out, you're then going to have a list of 25 different things. That in itself can be quite overwhelming, but as you go through this process, you're going to notice patterns, things that are common threads of behavior. So some things are dreams, but also the lack of them is a fear. They have a short-term goal attributed towards it, and there's also present frustration that they're not there yet. So it's hitting on all of the key elements. When we get that, we then want to narrow down our scope to create our 5 key themes. So the top 5 overall topics or themes that will capture the attention of my dream customer are, and I'll give you a couple of examples here. If it's wealth, for example, we have a program called Alchemy of Wealth. I know that the things that are going to be really important to my dream customer: financial freedom, also dealing with and understanding money stress, looking at different investment strategies, the mindset around creating wealth, and also how to make more money. I know that those 5 things are always going to be relevant no matter who I'm talking to. Then the next step, let's look at health, for example. Things that are always going to be important are going to be how to lose weight fast, nutrition and meal plans, training programs, emotional eating, and body types. These are themes, no matter who you're talking to, are always going to be relevant. Mindset, motivation, self-sabotage, finding your purpose, limiting beliefs, and creating positive thoughts and getting rid of negative ones. These are always going to be relevant. And then maybe business, marketing, always looking to acquire and get new customers, sales, generating new business, creating growth, hiring staff, and dealing with stress and pressure. These are always going to be relevant no matter what stage of entrepreneurship you're at. So, in the beginning, this might seem like a lot, but I promise you, after you've done this a few times, it's very, very, very simple. Let's get clear on our 25, and then narrow it down to 5. Now, a question that comes up all the time is, well, Cal, what if I don't know the 25 things? Make them up. Do a bit of research about your dream customer and think, if I was this person, what would be my big fears, aspirations, dreams, challenges, or interests? Just consider all the different aspects of this. But then go to another level beyond that and perhaps consider who are maybe 5 or 10 of my dream customers that I already know. They may have purchased from me in the past, they may be currently working with me, or they could be friends and associations that you know of, perhaps don't have a personal relationship with. You can reach out to them and ask them the question yourself and say, hey, what are your 5 big dreams, fears, frustrations, and short-term goals? What are your 5 interests? Who do you follow online? Ask them the question. By doing that, what that does is that gives you direct client feedback, and it makes a big difference. I'll give you a bit of an example of when this happened organically for us. So we ran a program not long ago. It was called An Evening with YWS. And I'll talk to you about this as part of one of our strategies. But in that, I decided to do something a little bit different. I went to the audience and I said, hey, look, tonight is not really it's really a content night. It's not a sales night, but I'd like for you to ask some questions. And so we got these little coasters here. If you can see these, we got these little coasters, and there's probably about 100 of these in here. And we got them and we asked the clients to write down some things that they would like to have answered around the areas of health, wealth, business, mindset, peak performance, and stress and anxiety. Questions like, for example, how do I believe in myself without self-sabotaging? Another question was, in business, how often should I innovate my business? Then there was another question, which online resources do you think are best to find a virtual assistant? Questions like, how do you stop and change negative self-talk? Questions like, where we got? How do I create new ideas for business? So the audience gave us a ton of great quality questions. What we're going to do as a team is then take those questions and then split them up across our businesses. So we have obviously our YWS company, we've got Amplify Business Coaching, we've got Unrivaled Peak Performance Coaching, and then we also have as well Anxiety Free Living with Andrew Pierce. So there's these 4 different businesses that we have that we work in, that we can then take the concepts that we've looked at in the program and the clients gave us, we can take those concepts and then of course we can turn that into great quality content plans and great quality information from there. So this is in essence what we refer to as crowdfunding our ideas. And if you put a post up even on Facebook, you'll find what the big things are that people are interested in hearing more about, and then you can use that as a platform to then grow your business. So we want to come up with that 5 key themes, and then the next part is designing a live stream schedule. So if you need to, by all means, pause the video right now and complete your 25-5 plan. It'll be easy to continue on if you've already done it. Assuming you have, let's move on. So then what we want to do is we want to create a live stream schedule. So this is 5 days per week over the rest of the program, 1 video per day, and you want to pick a theme for each day and stick to it. For example, Monday might be Monday motivation and mindset. Tuesday could be meal plans. Wednesdays, home workouts or a session in the gym. Thursdays about hormones or stress management, and then Friday is weekend fitness hacks, for example. If you're doing a fitness-based business, you can pick it however you like, but it's much easier to design content if you know that, okay, cool, on a Monday I'm going to talk about this thing, Tuesday this thing, Wednesday so on and so forth, and so you don't have to go, oh my God, what am I going to talk about today? You can narrow it down. So what we want you to do is then, as a result of doing this, is each video should be between 3 and 5 minutes long. If you've got great content, keep going for as long as you like, but at least 3 to 5 minutes. Content rich, and make sure you have a narrow topic, so you're only really talking about one thing at a point in time. And we want you to map out the entirety of 15-15. So today, obviously being your second day, you want to then do the rest of your first one today, but then the rest of this week, next week, and the following week. So you're going to get at least 14 videos, or in this case, 15 videos if you start at the very beginning of the program. And remember, when you're doing it, you only want to speak to one person. So when you map it out, you can map it out in as much or as little detail as you like. Minimum we're looking for is to know, okay, cool, what are you talking about on each of the days and what's the headline of the video? Just the headline is all that we need to get started with. However, what would be fantastic is if you could actually map out a couple of the key talking points that you're going to cover in the live stream that you're going to do. The format that we would recommend that you use follows like this. Step number 1 is to introduce your topic. So let's say, for example, I might be doing I'll just pick a question here for peak performance about how should I manage stress, right? So if this is one of the questions and I was talking about peak performance, I'd go, hi guys, it's Calvin here from Amplify Business Coaching. Welcome to the video. On this video, I'm going to talk about stress management and how you can lower your stress. So I'm introducing the topic. Step number 2, why is it important? So before I jump into the content here, guys, let me tell you why stress is so important. Stress is one of the major hormones in our body. It allows us to be, it's a form of fight or flight. And if we're having too much stress in our lives and we're decreasing our IQ, our body's shutting down, it's cutting off so many different functions of our body like digestion, our immune system. So stressed people are tired, stressed people are sick, and stressed people are stupid. And we want to make sure that you can perform at your highest level, so you've got to be able to manage stress effectively. So let me ask you this question. Do you even know what stress is? Stress is, and then I'd give a definition. So now I'm on step number 3, which is to define or to get clear on what it is that you're actually talking about. So that's why a narrow focus helps you. You go into that. Step number 4 is then how can you implement it? So, okay, guys, I've given you an understanding now of what stress is and the key results of having too much stress in your life. However, the next question is, how do you actually reduce your stress? Well, let me give you 3 to 5 points. That's all you want to do, 3 to 5 points that you can do to lower your stress levels immediately. And then step number 5, guys, is to then do a call to action. The call to action in some cases is to buy. But because we're just doing content, what we want them to do is to ask a question, to leave us a comment, or to share the video, give us a like, a comment, a share. Let us know what you thought about the video, and I can't wait to see you on a next video as part of our live stream material, right? So repeat that again. Introduce your topic, talk about why it's important, then define it, then give them clear steps on how they can implement something as a bit of a lesson, and then finally a call to action, which is you want them to be responsive in some way. They want engagement. So jump on board, give us a like, a comment, a love, a share, or whatever it is. Leave us some ideas. Let us know what else you might want to learn about, but make sure the call to action is very clear and specific. More specific, and the more you pepper that throughout the entire video, asking them constantly for questions and likes and interaction, the more powerful it's going to be. So, once we've done all of that, and you've got your live stream schedule fully built out, then the next step is to then do the technical work of building out the Facebook group. So I'm going to give you the 4 key parts that we need as part of our Facebook group, and then I'm going to show you how to create one. So step number 1 is we need an aspirational name. It's not about you, it's about them. Notice that our Facebook group, our community group, is called Live Life on Your Terms. It's not called, nor does it mention anything about Calvin Coils or even Young and Wildly Successful. Live life on your terms, and we put in this video, in this example we've given you here. This is the banner of the group at the moment. You see in the top we've got our media outlets that we've been placed in, my photo, the headline, and then we've got a sub-headline which is strategies, life hacks, and motivation to help you achieve success. So you want to make sure you have an aspirational name. In our case, is Live Life on Your Terms, but you could do Health and Wellness Support Group. You could just basically do a quick search to see, based on your industry, what groups are available, and if you like a name, create something similar. Step number 2, you need to create a cover photo like I've shown you here. It doesn't have to be as fancy as this, guys. It can just literally be an image, it can be backdrop, whatever you want, but if you want to make it really exciting, I would create an image. Then step number 3, you want to create a pinned post or a video post that you can leave in the group constantly. It's pinned to the top. I'm going to show you how to do that. Pinned to the top, and it gives the client some experience about what to expect, and then finally a call to action. So let me jump out of this and I'll show you how to create one, and I'll show you our group inside of Live Life on Your Terms. So let me jump into this. Awesome. And here we go. So when you jump into your Facebook page, guys, what you're going to see is on the left-hand side, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can then create a group. So create and groups, if you go down to the bottom here, create groups, bang, click on that, and that's going to allow you to create a group. First and foremost, you're going to name the group. So you might do, for example, you might do Wellness Perth Community. If I was doing a wellness-based business, you're going to add some friends into this. So I might add in, for example, Ash. I might add in some of my team, Melissa. I might add in Karim, one of my good friends. So I might add in a couple of friends. Notice it's already giving me some suggestions and some examples of people that could be added in the bottom. There's also, you can personalize your invitation with a note. This is a really nice thing to do. So you could say, hey, if you're inviting individual people at a time, you could go, hey Ash, thought you'd love to be part of this. XX. Cool. Now, 3 different choices here. Public group is that anyone can see the group, its members, and their posts. This is great if you just want to get a heap of people into the program, into the group. Super easy to come on board and join. It doesn't require any vetting, but you lose a little bit of control. Closed group is where anyone can find the group, but you can see who's in it, but you can't see the posts. That's if you want to keep it a little bit more specific, particularly if you're doing things around body conscious issues or wealth stuff, and it's getting a little bit technical. People might not be comfortable sharing in an open group, so you might close this group better. Then you've got a secret group. This is not what we want to do. This is where you can't find it at all. So we want to make it really easy for clients to find this group so they can come on board and join. I've personally used closed groups in the past. However, I know a lot of people that run community groups that use them as public groups. So it's up to you. I like to do a closed group. I want to make sure people who are in there are going to be super high quality. I get the opportunity to vet them. However, if you're looking for volume and you're not that well known, I get out there and I do a public group. So you can choose which one you want to do and you can go from there. Basically, once you've done that, you can click create. And I'm not going to go ahead and click create because I have got enough groups already. But you can click create and you can fill it in as you go along, and it'll then give you opportunities to jump in there. And I'll show you what the Live Life on Your Terms groups looks like as we go. So let's say group, you notice the banner here. It's pretty easy to change this over. I'm sure many of you have done this before. You'll notice that the first thing that you see as you come into the group is the banner, and then there's the pinned post. And I'll show you the pinned post in just a sec if I scroll down here. So I've done a pinned post rather than a video. Let me just scroll up. Sorry, the internet's a bit laggy today. Cool. And we're going to give you a template for pinned posts in the next couple of days, but you can get started by just copying what we've got here. So you'll notice I've got a clear headline. Welcome to the group. This is exclusively for driven and motivated, passionate game changers who want strategies, life hacks, and daily motivation to achieve more success. Everyone is welcome to share, comment, post, and support in the group. Push each other, support each other, and hold each other accountable to the highest standards. And then where to start. 1. Turn on notifications for the group. We go live most days with fresh content. You want to get the notifications. Step number 2, introduce yourself by giving us a quick intro to who you are, what's your big, hairy, audacious goals for 2017, and how can we help you. And then I make it really clear. Strictly no spamming, pitching, or personal messaging group members with offers. Invite friends we can connect together. Love from the whole team at YWS Calvin Coils, right? This would be better if I had a video, but for right now, when I got started, I just wanted to get started with that. That is the foundations of your group that we want to utilize to be able to help grow it, okay? So that's the foundations we want to put together, and we're going to use that to get started. Then next up is looking at how do we grow the group? How do we actually get people into it? Well, the first thing that you can do is what's known as add suggested friends. So let me just jump straight back out of this again, and I'll show you how to do that. If you go into the Facebook page, you'll see here you've got the members, and then if I scroll down, I've got suggested members. So what I can do is I don't add everybody, but if I know people, for example, everyone on this list I think will be relevant for this group, that they could value this, what you do is you simply click and you can add these members here, add these guys in. Awesome. So add them all in, great. And then I like to reset after I've done that. Just refresh the page. And then you can add some more. So you can, up to a day, I think, add maybe about 100 or so. You can add about 100 or so friends that you've got into the group as well. So that's going to help you grow this quite organically. That makes a big, big difference. And so you want to go through that, and on a daily basis, you want to add those people in over the course of the next 15 days. You're going to see that that group gets really, really big real quick. So that's something that you can do. You can also do a personal and a business page redirect. So you can put a post on your personal page or your business page, and you can redirect people via a link into the group. So I'll give you an example. Here on the next page, you've got here, this is a post that I put up about a once in a lifetime opportunity in the group, and then the link to the group. One of the keys of living life on your terms. A photo with a link to the group. And then also as well, we did an event with a link to the group. When you create the group, you're going to create the group, and the group can be found at a shortened handle. So, for example, our group's called Live Life on Your Terms, but you could call it whatever you want. Let's say it's Wellness Support Perth, or Small Business Support Melbourne, for example. You want to create a shorthand way of finding that group. So it might be Biz Melbourne. So facebook.com/groups/Biz Melbourne, for example. And then you can use that as your link to then drive people to the group moving forward. So that makes a big difference. You also can look at doing paid ads, and we're going to cover that later in the program. Also, direct messaging new members as well. We'll cover that. And email blast. If you already have a database, send an email out to your database saying, hey, we've got a brand new group. We'd love for you to join it. It's free to join on Facebook. Here's the link. And you can also look at doing joint ventures and strategic partnerships, getting friends, colleagues, industry leaders to mail out or let people know via social that you have a group, that they're part of it, that they love it, that they should join as well. So there's 6 different ways to grow your tribe. We want to be doing it every single day. The big ones are going to be doing the personal and business page redirects, suggested and added friends, and then finally doing paid advertising as well is going to be a real big way of getting new people onto the bus, which is going to be really, really cool. So, as I said, you can grow by doing these posts, which is great. You can do as many of them as you want because it's content-led with bonuses extra. So that's an overview of what we've covered so far today on day 2 of building our tribes. So to finish this day, ensuring that you have 1, your Facebook tribe set up, 2, a pinned post, 3, you have a display banner, and if you need to create one, you can use Canva. Alternatively, just Google something motivational and put up a HD banner to start with. Remember, done is better than perfect, and don't let perfect get in the way of better. Then, want to make sure you invite friends and contacts and potential clients from that side panel list as well. Upload at least 3 videos into the group, so when people join the group, there's at least a little bit of stuff in there. And then finally, make sure you do a live stream on your personal and business pages with a direct link to the group to launch the group. Make sure you get that done today, guys, and we will see you tomorrow in 15 and 15. Good luck, guys. Kick some goals.